Hi and welcome to today's video. We're just going to go over a commonly asked question, and today's video we're going to talk about press up and more importantly the arm position within a press up. So should you be out here in line with the shoulders, or should you keep the elbows tucked in by the side, or kind of anywhere in between? Let's break this down and talk about the difference between the positions and how it affects you. So rather than go into too much detail in this video and talk about the relevance of each muscle group in each arm position, we're just going to keep it a bit more simple. So by changing the position, for example, from here to here, we still work the same muscle groups, so we're still targeting the chest, the fronts of the shoulders, the backs of the arms primarily, but we can highlight or stress the areas a little bit more so by changing the position. So keeping the arms by the sides here is going to work the muscles in slightly different proportions to if we keep the elbows up by the shoulders. So all the muscles, same muscle groups are still being worked, but we can change the emphasis a little bit from one to the other. So that's basically the difference between the arm positions. So that guides us into what's right and what's wrong, and what should you do or shouldn't you do. Now, again, let's break it down a little bit. So if you're a beginner, my recommendation is to go with whatever feels comfortable. So if you feel comfortable with the arms tucked in a little bit more by the sides, and that gives you kind of like a bit of a stronger feeling, enables you to get a few more reps, then that's fine to stick with that. Work with that for now, and vice versa. If you feel more comfortable up here, then work with that. Remember, you can drop to your knees, which is, again, really recommended as a beginner, because you can get a few more reps, which means you can get a bit more value out of the exercise. Now, going on, if you're someone who's like an improver, if you've been doing some press-ups for a while, then I'd recommend to kind of, especially if you're one spectrum or the other, if you're somebody who's really got your elbows tucked in, or if you're really up here, then I'd recommend trying to gradually move into that weaker zone. So if you're someone who press ups like this, then each week maybe try and bring the elbows down a little bit to get more into that weaker zone of yours and strengthen that up. It's going to give you a more rounded strength in your upper body. If you're a more advanced level, then I'd recommend varying up as much as you can. So with a press up, there's so many variations that you can hold positions and change arm positions even within the press up itself. Just for example, you could have your arms staggered like this, one down, one up. You've got a complete variation. It feels a little bit awkward and a little bit strange to start with, but like anything, you want that. If everything is easy, then you're not creating a stress for your body anymore, and it doesn't respond as well as if you keep challenging it. So if you're more advanced, keep throwing different positions during the exercises to really get the maximum value from them. So just recapping, if you're a beginner, stick with what feels comfortable. If you're someone who's been doing it for a little bit and you're an improver, then start to work into the weaker zones. If you're someone who's more advanced, then vary it around as much as you can. So I hope that clears it up. There's no right, there's no wrong. Just keep it varied and you'll keep progressing.